Have you ever heard the argument or the statement that everything is God? You know, in other words, the energy that is everything is a frequency. All right? Everything in form has certain frequencies. Now, that's not a part that I have a problem with. But this part is what I have a problem with. When human beings are trying to make sense out of things that happen which are bad in this world, by saying that there is no good or bad, it just is, or by saying things like that everywhere you look, it is God experiencing itself. God is experiencing through all of us. I know you ever hear that story about how God was all by himself in the universe and then he decided to create the grand game and created other parts of him, her, they say him, you know, to the point where God didn't even know God was playing a game anymore because everything was him. But then I ask, okay, if that's true, if everything is God experiencing itself, why on earth would God want to experience raping a child? And how can that not be bad? The reason I bring this up is because I understand the need to have filters in order to preserve my sanity. I understand the effectiveness of my ability to reason through my psychology to be able to put me back into a place that is more, well, comfortable. In other words, knowing that my impact on those directly around me in my life, that impact does have a reaching, you know, it reaches my arm out to quite a distance as far as my circle of influence. And that I'm better off focusing my energies on what I can help. And that knowing that if I were ever in a situation where I had the ability to respond to a situation such as a child being raped, that I would do so. I wouldn't sit and watch or let it happen. But my questioning is, how can such reasoning be even reasoned? I mean, I understand about positive thinking, but I would never say that there is no good or bad, because in this reality, there is a polarity, or there wouldn't be such a thing as people presenting different ideas that are diverse and that can be discussed or expanded upon because they have different positions. I mean, everything isn't quite black and white. Not everything is. But to me, it is black and white in regard to a child being utilized in the porn industry, human trafficking, a child being raped, and the psychology behind a society that feeds off of this particular industry, which harms innocent children and cannot cease to exist until that psychology is, I guess you could say, understood. But back to my question about how can anyone say that everywhere I look, even the things that I perceive as bad, and I know that that's extreme, but it happened to me. My son's computer had a virus, and it popped up a picture of porn of a child being raped. It was like, hey, this is from the government. We found this on your computer, and you have to pay money. You know, it was like a virus. It wasn't the government. But the point of this is my point. When I saw that image, which I didn't go out and solicit or try to find, I mean, I didn't, not solicit, that I did not invite into my life. I wasn't out looking for that. It just was pop. I felt literally assaulted. I screamed. I covered up the picture. That picture was in my mind. I was crying so hard. I was so devastated. I couldn't get it out of my head. This child being raped. Just a picture of it. And and that really got me thinking that there is absolutely nothing that I can say to make any sense of that unless I utilize something that cannot be proven from a materialistic point of view. And with that, I will end this video. Thank you.